Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my easy caramel sauce. For our video today, we need 4 simple ingredients. I have 1 cup of granulated white sugar. This is 210 grams. A half a cup of water, or 125 grams. A third of a cup of salted butter, and this is 79 grams. And our last ingredient, a half a cup of whipping cream. This is equal to 135 grams. So those are the ingredients, so let's get started. And a recipe note, the whipping cream that I'm using today is rated at 35% milk fat. I'm going to start off with a cold pot. I've got my little heating element ready to go. It's still off. I'll just get that on there. I want to do this exactly like you would do it in your own kitchen at home. I'm going to grab my water, and this is just room temperature water. I'm going to get that in there. And to that, we're going to add in our granulated sugar. And now we're going to start introducing some heat into our sugar water mixture. And this is the part where the caramel is going to start to develop. So I'm going to turn this up. And I'm going to let this go, and I'll come back in a couple of minutes. So you just want to go on a low heat. So this is about 3 minutes later, and I can start seeing that we're getting a little bit of boiling happening, and that's exactly what we want. And we don't want to stir at this point, we just want to leave it like this. So I'm going to just let this go for a little bit longer, and then I'll come back. And I'm also going to zoom in. So this is about 1 minute later. All I've done is zoomed in so that you can see a little bit better. We don't want to stir at this point. We don't want to start bringing that sugar mixture up on the sides because that starts a crystallization process and we don't want that. I have a low heat on here, but you can see the action that's happening in here. There's quite a bit of boiling going on. If you put your heat too high, you're going to burn off all of the water that's in the mixture and you're going to burn the caramel. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for the sugar to start turning a little bit brown. And you can actually see that a tiny bit. We don't want to rush this process, just let it go. If we have this too high, all of that water will evaporate and will burn the sugar. So you want to be really, really patient when you're making caramel. So you just want to keep watching it, and over time you're going to start seeing the caramel start to develop. The water will evaporate off, that's the steam coming off. The caramel is going to start getting thicker, that sugar is going to get thick, and also it's going to start darkening in color. And at this point I do not smell caramel because it's still too light, but over time we're going to start smelling that. So here we are again, this is about 1 minute and 15 seconds later. Hopefully the camera can pick it up, but you can start seeing that there's a little bit more color happening right here. And I can also see that the mixture is starting to get a little bit thicker. And I have not touched my heat at all, I'm just letting it go on its own. So I'll let that go for another minute or so, and then I'll come back. A lot of patience is required, and you don't want to stir this at all. Do not stir. So this is now another 2 minutes later, and I am starting now to smell the caramel. And if you look in here, you can see it's much thicker, and also it is starting to get much darker. And I'll just tilt it a little bit so you can see it's getting much thicker, so that's exactly what we want. And we'll just let that go like this a little bit longer. So now we're about not even 1 minute later, and look at the color here, and I can really smell that caramel. And at this point, we could actually turn this right off. I'll just do that just to show you. I can turn this off. Can you see that? And I can add my butter at this point. I can smell the caramel, and I can also see the color that I want. If I wanted it a little bit darker, I could turn this back on again and just let it go a little bit longer. But you can see that nice golden color now. At this point, I can grab my butter, and I'm just going to get that right in there. And what that's going to do is it's going to lower the temperature of the caramel. We'll just get all of that in there. Just let all of that melt. Oh, it smells so good. Once that's fully melted, I'll just grab my spoon here, and that looks really good. And then we'll grab our whipping cream, and then I can just pour that in. And there we have it. And I'm not adding extra salt because there was salt in my butter. I was using salted butter. And then we just gently stir. We want all of those things to come together. Oh, that looks amazing. So I'm going to let this completely cool down, and I'm going to come back probably in about 2 hours and I'll show you the final product. I just want to show you how nice this pours. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love caramel. And if you want your caramel a lot lighter in color, you simply don't boil it as long, and it'll be much lighter than this. The longer you boil the sugar and the water together, the darker it becomes and the more flavor it develops. So I'll just show you what this looks like. Look at this, how smooth that is. Very, very simple to make. And this here stores really well in the fridge. Just put it in a little mason jar and you can keep it in there for months. This just doesn't go bad. Let me just try a little bit of this. Oh, so good. So I hope you try this out at home. A really, really fun one. Once you start making this at home, you will never buy the stuff in the store again. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you wish. I really do appreciate that. That's it, and I'll see you next time. That is really magical. And please subscribe to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel and also click that notification bell to be alerted every time I upload a brand new video.